In the world of fashion, 2019 represented nothing less than a paradigm shift, with the global conversation increasingly aware of the perils of climate change and overconsumption. Fashion has had to adapt. With the public consuming differently, designers have had to find new ways to stay relevant. Shifting sartorial codes is no longer an idea, but rather an obligation, starting with Jean-Paul Gaultier and his decision to abandon fur.
I often use fur, but this time I didn't want to. I wanted to do fake fur, but not with fake fur, with a print technique that makes you think you're looking at fur.
This moral awakening has spread across the fashion world and has vocal champions in the teaching of fashion in particular. For their final shows at Tunis Fashion Week, students at the Monastir Advanced Institute for Fashion Disciplines were quick to do away with convention.
The headscarf is a key element of a Tunisian woman's wardrobe, and the dengari is the traditional men's work outfit. The feminine is set against the masculine, to say that women can really own it in Tunisian society. She can be a woman, and she can also work, playing an active role in the world.
France, meanwhile, saw the inauguration of the country's first free fashion school. In Saint-Ouen, just north of Paris, former journalist Nadine Gonzalez recreated a project she had successfully launched in the favelas of Rio de Janeiro. The setting's quite different, but the idea's the same. No need for formal qualifications to get in, but knowledge of the city is a plus.
Knowing those social codes is a valuable thing, as long as you don't get fenced in by them. You just have to use them, their history, know where you come from, but also be interested in the culture that's around you too. That can be a culture that you don't necessarily have access to, but I think it's always good to have that curiosity. And even if you come from a disadvantaged area, you shouldn't get trapped by seeing yourself as a victim. You can't think, oh, I come from a disadvantaged area, I can't do anything. On the contrary. That so-called weakness can be a strength, and it can be a real solid source of strength.
The collections are the result of tireless teamwork, designers coming together in a spirit of mutual respect.
The garments that we designed were made with leftover fabrics donated by the brands who are sponsoring us. It's material that they don't need anymore, and you can still make a lot of stuff with these offcuts.
Recycling is good, but as we all know by now, upcycling is even better. French designer Marine Serre, who won the LVMH prize in 2017, explains.
What that really means is that all the jeans are upcycled. We take the jeans, we cut them up, we flatten them out, we pick a pattern. So we're essentially making jeans out of jeans. We also turn wrap dresses into patchwork dresses. And the idea is that you're wearing it, it looks great. You're not thinking about the fact that it was upcycled. It's fashion. It needs to look amazing.
For her 2020 cruise collection, Dior's Maria Grazia Curie worked with the Ivorian stylist Pate O and female artisans from Morocco's Atlas Mountains. She also created her own wax fabrics.
I tried with this project to work in this argument that is so difficult and to show really craftsmanship traveling around the world. For the wax that I used a lot in the collection is a technique that moved to Asia, to Europe, and arrived in Africa. But the stereotypical idea about wax, also because it's cotton, is that it's not something haute couture.
There's no doubt that fashion and social action are joining forces like never before. With their association Itinérance, the two female founders of the French label Atelier Bartavel have set up a network of artists living throughout the Mediterranean. In the Togolese city of Lomé, meanwhile, a socially responsible fashion initiative is gaining traction. A young business owner specialized in eco-responsible lipstick had an idea. For every lipstick sold, he'd provide 100 liters of water to those who need it.
It was really important for me to come here, because when you work in fashion and you see what's going on beneath the surface, you realize very quickly that something has to be done. The amount of waste. I think it's really important to talk about it and to show what they've done, show what's been achieved here, especially because this is the reality. It's not just about donating money. These are lives that have been improved.
And that desire to shake up the status quo has taken hold across the board. Just like Hedi Slimane, the new creative director at Celine, Anthony Vaccarello at Saint Laurent has been denouncing Puritanism and claiming his right to celebrate sexy, even if the wider culture isn't so sure.
I keep asking Papa Noel every Christmas for the long legs, but they don't come. So it's nice to see them on other people. The shoes made the long legs. They were huge, the shoes. The shoes were very sexy. I hope they are a little bit comfortable. Okay, I hope they are not too torturous, because they are beautiful.
2019 was also the year the world of fashion lost one of its greats, Karl Lagerfeld. Chanel's latest collection, designed by Virginie Viard, pays homage to French artistic savoir-faire. Because while there's certainly been a paradigm shift, some other things never change.